wish it would automatically go. Probably should make it to where it just automatically goes. Oh, wait. I could... Well... Golly, everything is so bare bones right now. How do I how would I redo some of these things? What was the name of the gosh darn thing I used? Stream whatever. Stream Labs. I'm starting to even forget. Crazy that I'm forgetting these things. What would it be? Don't I have, yeah, I should have a thing for both. Yeah. Let me see if I can get that working real quick. What would you be a browser source? Yes. Sure wouldn't do that to me. What? What are you talking about? Why aren't you doing what I want you to do? Refresh it now. Hopefully that worked. I don't know. I wouldn't. I'll never know. Because no one will ever chat with me. Can I actually test it on my end? I can't over there. Oh, look at that. There it goes. Just gonna go right there. I'll put that right there. Good old fashioned. You know what? Well, I don't know if that's working or not. I'll have to check and see later. I do know. I keep like looking back at some of the past couple of streams that I've done, and you cannot hear the music at all. So I gotta. I mean, it looks like it's going, but you know, you never know, really. Monitor off. Monitor only. Monitor and output. I don't want the monitor going at all. They are going on both tracks, but it doesn't matter because I'm not recording these. I'm not recording and saving these. See, I gotta kind of quiet on my end when I do that, but... Sorry I'm redoing all of this. I'm doing this in a different, I'm having to, like, kind of redo some stuff because I'm made a different scene collection for... I do that every year, is make a new set of it, and I didn't copy-paste this one because I'm freshening things up. Hopefully, well, nah. I guess I could make another. Haven't decided how that's all gonna work. Oh, wait. Don't turn myself down. There we go. No wonder I was so quiet. I gotta remember how all this junk works, you know? What the? No. Get over there. And then I can turn that down a little bit more for y'all. Wait, really? That doesn't change it for y'all. Or does it? Does it? No. How's about now? No, that doesn't change it for y'all. Weird. Wait, why did that make it all go away? What did I do wrong? Oh, there. See, I'm gaslighting myself. I'm gosh darn gaslighting myself, I do declare. Speaking of which, I need to... share. I am live, indeed. Good. I do like sharing it to my little funny Discord. There we go. I like archiving them in this. Boy, howdy, I sure hope that Loki's in this because I made him the thumbnail. Whoa. Whoa, why is that peeking like that? Why is that red now like that? I don't like that. Turn that down a little bit more. And then, yeah, I'm gonna be like right here. I want to be a little farther back. I think I look better if I'm farther back, but I'm just not gonna be farther back. So I gotta be a little closer. But right now, it's interesting because usually I would be looking kind of in this direction. I guess because I've had it in the top corner, but I put it in the other corner because things look more like I'm looking down in this direction right now. So I like those lines to go from there to there to the screen. That's usually how that works. Also, I'm doing all this junk because I don't have my starting soon screen anymore in this collection. I have a starting soon screen for my D&D thing. Trying to clean things up, you know, because I'm pretty much haven't really talked about this on live yet, but I'm pretty much done streaming video games on Twitch at this point. But we'll see. I'm a hypocrite, though. So you never know with that. But in the meantime, I don't have any big plans on playing a big game or anything on Twitch. Or YouTube, technically, either. I don't really play games on YouTube, though. That's just kind of where we're at right now with that. I don't really plan on doing many streams at all besides these streams for One Piece and then my D&D streams on Sundays and sometimes Tuesdays. But also we'll see on that because there might be other stuff in the works as well. But I haven't decided whether or not I'm gonna do certain things or not because I want to make quality content. I don't want to make boring chill slop. But sometimes I get lonely and lazy. And I go back on my words because I'm a hypocrite. But something I'm staying true to right now, though, is these One Piece streams. Because I am enjoying One Piece. I'm enjoying One Piece this year. And I'm still enjoying these reaction streams. It's been good. It's been good. One Piece has been real good right now. That last chapter, I think, might be... I think it's personally one of the best, if not the best, chapter in Elbaf. Last chapter with the kids, and then Luffy and Loki saving them at the end. Maybe people are like, oh, but they didn't actually die. There was no, no one thought they'd die, and we saw that they got saved immediately. That's like the one thing that could be like, okay, but... This is One Piece. Would you expect the children to die and not be saved? That's not how stories work. That's not how shonen stories work, usually. That would be crazy. That is not the current tone of this arc of having all the children die. It's a little more hopeful. We gotta keep it hopeful with Luffy around. And Luffy's back in the main story. That's what I've been waiting for a while, is for Luffy to be relevant in his story again, which he has not for a good while. But he is now. And Loki's here. And they're both gonna fight. Fight! Loki's gonna do a big attack, and Luffy's gonna do a big attack. We'll see what Imu does in response to those big attacks. A fight, though. We're not gonna get like a Katakuri, like, fight, with like, How do I counter this? You know? How do I learn in the heat of battle? Luffy's not gonna think. Luffy doesn't think in his fights anymore. He's done doing that. He's done problem solving in fights. He doesn't do that anymore. He thinks of a funny thing to do, and then he does the funny thing eventually once other things don't work. And when things don't work on him, he's like, well, that stung. I guess I gotta try something else. That's what he's doing. I sound like I'm complaining. Maybe I am. I don't know. But I wasn't that impressed with Gear 5 on Egghead, personally. Well, in certain places I was, but... the thing where he went big and Team Rocket to the person was nice, but that's about it. We haven't started yet, though. We should start. I don't have my little border anymore, but I'm not gonna deal with the borders anymore. All that pizzazz, we're done with pizzazz. We're done with the pizzazz. And then, like, I don't know if I don't think anyone's watching. It says concurrent. It's going up and down, so. I don't know. But I'm just yapping. Yapping for y'all. We'll go and get right into it. Or right about now. We talked about last week. Last week was good. We'll see if this week is good, too. I expect people to be like, whoa, that's a big dragon. Oh, yeah, right. But we gotta get the combat music going, which I'm pretty sure is always a little too quiet during the actual when I watch back. I never hear it, so I'm like, was it even on there at all? I hear it though. I hear it right now though. I mean, I do. I'm sure y'all. I could boop that a little bit. Bah. There we go. Generic combat music, but it gets me going. It gets me going when we do it like this. Because it makes me feel like there's actual stakes in One Piece again when I do this. Huh. Man, I should be tired. I worked a lot today, but I took 2 Adderalls, so I don't usually do that, but I had to do that because I needed to get work done. And I haven't eaten anything at all today, but I'm not hungry either because of the Adderalls, of course. I don't know. I'm feeling fine. I was about to say I've been off caffeine. That is a lie. I've been off soda for 3 weeks. Caffeine? I've had a lot of coffee in the mornings. But it's been since the mornings that I've had coffee. Yeah, I know. It took forever for it to load today. But good thing I was yapping for a long time and figuring stuff out. I usually have the wider lens, but the wider lens is on my other camera, so we're close up today. And I changed my set stuff around, and by that I mean I completely redid it at the very beginning of stream, so it's very bare bones, but I kind of want it to be more bare bones from now on, because that's how we're gonna roll. But yes, I spent a long time yapping and quickly making a thumbnail. I sure hope Loki's in this chapter because I put him in the thumbnail, because boy howdy, last week Brook wasn't in the chapter. It's fine though. Yeah, it like usually end of the. This is like the maximum it could have like come out on. Usually it comes out like 2 days ago, but it's whatever. We'll see. I thought that this year, there's only been like 4 chapters this year, so. But I think the last chapter was really, really good. I think last chapter with the kids was one of the best chapters in Elbaf. But people's interpretations of what they consider their favorite chapters are different for many reasons. I like emotions. Some people like cool combat. Some people like the agendas. Like if Loki does a big attack and like what you've been waiting for a long time is Loki to do a big cool attack and look very cool, then yeah, it's gonna be your favorite chapter. Maybe though. I don't know. We'll see. Because all chapter 1175 is a Nidhogg. Good old Nidhogg. Y'all remember Nidhogg? The game, the little pixel game where you're fencing people and then you go and you jump into the Nidhogg. Nidhogg, baby. Usually Nidhogg's like a big worm though, but I guess they're like it's a dragon. Well, did we see his arms last time? I don't know. We'll see though. I don't know why I'm worked up like this. I haven't I am empty. I've worked hard today, and I have had nothing to eat or drink since this morning. So I don't know what's got me going right now. I just looking at this gosh darn good old face right here. Oh, I don't know. Wooden fork with McDonald's salad? What? Golly. I haven't streamed like this in a while, which is interesting. Because I'm also done streaming this year, besides One Piece and D&D as well. For now. We'll see, though. We'll see. We'll see how much of a hypocrite I am this year when it comes to gaming streams. But right now, done with Twitch. Maybe officially. Because right now I'm multi-streaming my D&D stuff. But I might just stop that. I might just cut that out. And not worry about that anymore. Wouldn't fork it with McDonald's salad. Why are you... I'm impressed with how easy the fork is. Oda! What are you saying? Oh, wow! What? I'm so... Oh, sugoi! A fork! What? Oda, you are old. Do I drink a lot of coffee? I guess I drank a little bit. I guess I drank like 2 cups of coffee. But that was like 12... That was like 9 hours ago. So, and I'm not usually like this. I'm usually very tired. I was not acting. I think it's the 2 Adderalls. I think it's that. I think it's the fact that I took 2 when I don't usually do that. So, and maybe I'm just. I think it's just my face. I think it's just me looking at my face. I think it's the fact that the lens is just looking. The lighting is looking nice and crispy right now. It's looking real good. I think that's why. I'm just enjoying looking at myself. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. And we haven't gotten to One Piece in a while, and One Piece is good. And I don't know. Let's actually read, though. Now that we're 17 minutes in. I don't know. I mean, like wooden forks, they don't usually have... I don't know. I mean, like, we got like wooden spoons. You know, bamboo. Whatever. I'm not gonna think about it. Whatever. McDonald's salad, though? Oda. Just give her... What are you doing getting salad at McDonald's? If you're at McDonald's, just get a Big Mac. Just don't go to McDonald's. Get salad somewhere else. Get salad at your house, Oda, please. The captured Straw Hats are... What? Viz. Not Viz. TCB. You can't start it having the editor box saying the captured Straw Hats are... Whatever. I guess it's a... ... Why is it... What happened last week with them? They got uncaptured. They're not captured anymore. Nico... I mean, obviously Nico is, but... Literally at the end of last chapter, we saw all the captured Straw Hats not being captured, except for Nico Robin, because she was captured differently with the thorns instead of the arrows. But we got Sanji, though. Okay, I see why people like Best Chapter Ever, because Sanji's doing a thing. Sanji is in the story, doing a thing. Saved Robin. Maybe. I mean, hamburger's a hamburger. Hamburger's a hamburger. I don't know. I was about to say I never go to McDonald's. Right now I'm going to McDonald's a lot because I got like a $50 gift card. I got like $60 worth of McDonald's gift cards for Christmas. But I've just been using them on the McGriddles in the morning. Because chicken McGriddles, super good. Actually, I did buy like a burger thing the other day with it. And I was super disappointed. The fries are okay, but I don't like the burgers there at all. But chicken McGriddles, real good. Can't get those anywhere else. You can get a better burger at other places, but chicken McGriddles, one of a kind. He didn't kick a woman. He got, well, that is a weird thing. I gotta stop looking at my phone. Why is the chat on the other side, by the way? Put it on this side so I can actually read it without cracking my neck. My goodness gracious. 20 minutes in. actually playing, actually doing it. Robin, thank goodness. Thanks. You didn't do nothing. Why are you saying thanks to... Why are you saying thanks to... Nami, she didn't do nothing. That's our Sanji. Thanks, Usopp. I like Usopp. A lot of people are dogging on Usopp right now. You're not going to get any dogging on Usopp. Well, no promises. So, those vines are weak to higher temperatures. Much obliged. Is that the case? Because the whole thing is that Elbaf was like on fire for a while. You know, Loki went and, you know, caught everything on fire. Did that mess with the thorns? I don't think those messed with the thorns ever. But okay, I guess they're being like, okay, fire. That's the thorn's weakness. That's his weakness, is fire. I'm afraid there's no time to celebrate. Yeah, this hockey. And that roar just now. What is that massive shadow? Oh yeah, what I was saying earlier. I don't remember if Loki had arms. Well, he had the big wings. But I don't remember what other appendages he had. Because Nidhogg is just a big old worm. So, back in the West Village. Ripley, Oimo, Roto, our folks need help. They were stabbed by our thorns. Mommy's gonna die. Aw. Ooh, ooh. Ripley's not looking good. Ripley's looking actually very not good. Where is Dorian Broggy? Because I remember he was about to. They were glazing up Yarul earlier. They mean like, oh, he's one of the best in the world. But then I don't think he even took a single swing during that fight because because Zoro just showed up. So we actually haven't even seen him do anything. We haven't seen Yarul do anything yet. Loki, the village isn't safe. Take the kids somewhere less dangerous. Not my problem. They went and jumped on my back. I'm just dropping them off. Oh, Loki. Oh, you. Oh, you. She still might die, for sure, for sure, for sure. All of you, climb down now. Oh, it's Zoro. Oi. Is that Ragnar? That's Ragnar up there. And there we go. Now we got a better... We got him with his eyes, which we didn't see him with eyes last time, which was an interesting choice, considering how important Loki's eyes are, that in his big reveal... Oh, oh my gosh, I'm dying. That in his big reveal, he didn't even have pupils. It's not like I've eaten anything. He's looking real good. He's looking real good. He's got the... Sorry. Oh my gosh. This is the curse of the One Piece streams. These One Piece streams curse me to where I lose... I'm not losing my voice, though. I just have like a weird tickle in my throat. All of a sudden, even though I haven't... I don't know. Yeah. So even though he's not in his hybrid form, he's still got like a little bit of his clothes on. He's got his buckle on. He's got his jacket on. Got a big old chin. Oh, he got the goatee. He kept the goatee. He kept the goatee. I see. It transformed into his chin. The people of Elbaf, the children are safe. And also, like, scale-wise, gotta remember that those Nightmare guys are still way bigger than even the regular-sized giants, than even regular Loki himself, I'm pretty sure. Like, that skeleton guy is way bigger than proper Loki. And then, like, how big those, like, actual houses are. Like, I'm trying to think of, like, back at like, the dragon from Punk Hazard. How he would be... He would be about as big as probably Luffy right now. The dragon from Punk Hazard. I know. I thought I was in the clear because I was real bad in October and November. I'm still just looking at Loki right now. Just trying to think. Just trying to remember, like, hey, scale. Scale is crazy. Like, compared to, like, a little guy, even. Or Kaido. Where's Kaido on this? What would Kaido be doing? We'll see. We haven't seen him do any feats yet with this. We've just seen him sized. So, because remember, Kaido, not as big as this, but he can turn to that big old smoke thing that made him bigger looking than he actually was. It was hard to tell when we were reading Wano what was what, but remember, it was like Kaido was like really tiny inside the big dragon Kaido. So, kind of could get big. Not this big, probably, but I don't know. Thank goodness. There are no more hostages to worry about. All right. Is that right? I guess the library's on fire. Does anyone care about that anymore? I mean, I don't. I personally don't. I don't think that should be a priority at all, is making the library not be on fire. I guess there's an owl in there. Vegapunk's body. Where's Kuma? Where's Kuma? Where's Kuma? Where is Kuma right now? Where's Kuma right this second? He's not technically dead. His body's there. Like, he did a big punch, an egghead, and then he's had to be carried around a little bit. So he's incapacitated, but like, where is Kuma? Where is Kuma right this second? Whenever Kuma's not on screen, we need to be like, where's we haven't seen Bonnie either. Remember Bonnie? Remember how Bonnie is someone who can, like, you know, become any feature that they want. So it's just like, oh, she actually, like, kind of top 1 potential, actually. And, like, she actually turned into Gear 5 Nika. And that was crazy. And she's here on this island. She's in this arc. But just since her climactic moment, she's been like, I just want to be a little girl now again. I don't want to be a mature, thinking adult anymore. So she's just being like, I'm in kid mode now. So good for me. I know that I'm one of the most powerful characters in this story right now with my power, but I need Frankie's help. Where's Vegapunk's body? Where's Kuma? None of that matters. None of that actually matters. Do I need Gear 5 Bonnie to show up again? Playing with that lab thing, they were there, and then they started running away. Don't be like, oh, well, they're probably doing something else with the lab right now. No, they're with Frankie, and they're probably fighting. They're not... Well, Frankie's probably fighting. I don't know what she's doing. Hopefully she's doing something. It'd be nice if we got, like, a panel of Bonnie punching a nightmare creature or something. I don't know. It actually doesn't matter. It actually doesn't matter. But I always got that in the back of my mind. You guys took your sweet time. Don't tell me that dragon is... Yep, it's Loki. This place should be safe here with you. Safe with you here. I'll hit all Ragnar. Yeah. It's no problem. Since you've already gone giant mode, can you guys take care of those dream monsters? Elbaf won't last long if we leave them be. On it! Thud thud. What's going on down there? Oh, Oimo's not looking good. That's his name, right? Yep. They came raining down out of nowhere. These things are... It's more thorns. Get the children inside quick. Give up already, you dumbasses. Up there he is, up there. Raining thorns down. Yeah, so he was just kind of... Nothing happened to him last time. He was just being silly last chapter. That creep's still after us. I ain't gonna let any of you trash heaps survive. You cheated me out of that touching moment. Actually, this might be for the best. Since the brats were saved. Is there no. I was about to say, is there an apostrophe there? We have no idea what I think the last we saw, Lilith and Bonnie were both literally being carried by Frankie. I don't remember if they were literally being carried or if they were like inside a thing that Frankie was carrying. I don't remember. Since the brats were saved, I haven't failed the mission yet. I can still take them to the Holy Land as planned. But first, and I guess this is the first time that Luffy is actually This is crazy. This is the first time Luffy is actually looking at a Holy Knight besides Shanks. Is that true? Because, you know, the Holy Knights haven't shown up at all since this arc. They weren't in Egghead at all. That was the Gorosei. Luffy, you fought a bunch of Gorosei. These guys are not as crazy as the Gorosei. Which, like, thinking about, like, the Gorosei. Remember when we saw the Gorosei and we're like, oh, those are, like, the biggest guys ever? And now, Loki's even bigger than them. I'll finish off their dying parents. Taste my rapid-fire thorn launcher. Okay, okay. I like those designs. I like these little thorn fellers. I like these little thorn fellers. They got big old guns in them. Summers really is like the queen of Elbaf compared to Wano. So he's shooting down things. I won't let you. This time I'm gonna save Mom and the rest. Me too. Me three. Aw, there's Ranja. Oh, the kiddos. They're like, we're gonna get in the way. And he's like, what? But I'm supposed to keep you alive. I know I was wanting you to die earlier, but now it's like, what the heck? Self-sacrifice. Usually I get off to that. I'm gonna cry. You morons are priceless. At this point, screw it. I don't even care about the mission anymore. I'm just grateful I get to kill you guys myself. Now, who's going first? Bro. Freak. All of them are freaks. They're all a bunch of freaks. I remember. Yeah, they're all a bunch of freaks. I'll never forget the brave looks on your simple faces. Say goodbye now. And yeah, he's shooting. He's shooting. He's like, oh, man, this is complicated. I really need to save the kids for my job, but I really just want to kill him. I really just want to kill him. Colin, please run. No, I'm gonna protect you, mommy. Shing. Coming right for him. Who's gonna save him? Is it gonna be Luffy? It's not gonna be Loki. Loki's too big. Luffy doesn't actually care about saving people. He just wants to hit things, I think. I don't know what Loki's up to. What does Loki want? I don't know. He wants to save Elbaf, I guess. But we got both. We got Zoro and and Luffy in the same area, and a villain thinks he's gonna do something. Yeah, Zoro saving the kids. Way to go, Zoro. I knew you had it in the bag. Yeah. Yeah, now go. What? Who did that? Ooh. Zoro. He's a member of my crew. And don't you forget it. Gomu, no, bro. Okay, this is what I want. Bro, look at Luffy. Luffy looking zesty. Luffy looking zesty. Luffy didn't look zesty in that head. I will, admittedly. He looked inspiring in certain points and aspects, but like that the best part about the Egghead anime, I think, is the Lucci punch. When he goes in and like first punches Lucci, and he's got that evil look on him that was not in the manga. That was just like, ooh, that's what we need more of. That's what we need more of. Is that? So this ain't that, but like even a little bit of just like, hey, yo, I'm glazing my boy Zoro, and he's about to do a cool thing. Oh, brain point. Remember Brain Point? Remember Drum Island? That literally is. Like, you can't say, like, oh, that's a coincidence. He better... I don't know if he'll mention that, but... Oh... So he's doing that. So he's got the lightning in one hand, and he's twisting it up. Then he looks in there. He's got it twisted up. Looking down. So he's gum-gumming... Booming Dawn Thor Rifle. Hey, Thor. Thor means thunder, as we know, because that's what Enel would say. Booming Dawn. And Booming Dawn's like the Gear 5 thing. Thor. And then Rifle, because it's just a big old punch. Crazy. Like a lightning punch. Because I think he threw it and did, like, some silly stuff with the lightning in Wano. Because that was, like, the big thing. Is like, oh, I grabbed the lightning. This is very cool. I'm glad I caught that he's, like, twisting his arm in that. Which, I don't remember the difference, really, between, like, pistol and rifle from back in the day. But the fact that he's, like, brain point... Well, nah, I mean, like, brain point is like, oh, you're finding the weaknesses. He's just doing that for fun, I guess. Who knows if those... scopes are real. I feel like nah. This is good. Those are good. Remember Drum Island? Remember Brain Point? Remember Alabasta? Remember Skypea? And then that was it. What? Does he use Brain Point in Indy's lobby? I forget if he actually uses Brain Point in Indy's lobby. Keep going, though. We're not done yet. You said there's a lot of text. You said there was a lot of text in this. There hasn't been so far, but we'll see. But yes, no, he does a big punch. Big cool punch. Breaks the thorns. We do know that heat breaks the thorns and lightning is more... hotter than fire. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's a good Summers. That's a good Summers right there, I do declare. I need to be saving these. There we go. Golly, broke his teeth. I mean, yeah, should. This is Luffy we're talking about. This is Gear 5 Luffy. And these are the God's Knights we're talking about, which we've seen their reputation at this point. From them on God Valley and them here. So, you know, is this a fair fight? No. Is this like a crazy fair fight? Back and forth? No. But, Luffy getting a good punch in on a bad guy. Luffy hasn't punched like an actual bad guy in a long time, so. I guess since, Saturn. Which is like the last thing that happened in the anime? Yeah. Well, how long has the anime been gone? Am I crazy? Because I feel like that big, when was like when was the end of Egghead? I feel like that was months ago. I guess they've been on break. And, you know, they started the new season. Which I think that's starting, like, this week, I think. Does Elbaf start this week? Maybe. I completely forget what happened in between the intermission. I guess what we got in between was we got Bartolomeo exploding and Garling being promoted. But I think that was really it in between the two things. Did they ever get the anime where Vegapunk, the chapter where he's like, it was me all along? I think they did that. I think they got that one. Feels like it's been a bit. I don't care. I'm not watching any anime right now. I haven't watched. When was the last time I watched an anime? I don't know. I'm watching some old anime right now. I'm in the middle of some mecha stuff. Some good old-fashioned Escaflowne. Escaflowne. Now that's a neato thing. Alright. The Straw Hats. Mugiwaras. Oh, it came off. Hooray. Mom, that's... Oh, and they're gonna look up there and be like, oh my gosh, it's the guy. It's the guy. It's the man. It's the man. They did that good. That's one of my favorite chapters of Egghead. Ha! I need to finish my hero. I need to finish Egghead. I need to finish some of the other little stuff I'm on. I don't know. There's a lot of things I gotta do. But I'm not doing any of that. I finally got to see it. Luffy-kun's white form. He really does look just like Nika. I believe he's the one. The warrior of liberation. Did you say Nika? Pfft, that's just a tall tale told to scare kids. Who said that? Was that Summer saying that? I think so, yeah, because he's got the thorn on him. Ah! It's a real Nidhogg. We were really saved by that. Well, time to go. Oh, and that's how big he is compared to his arm, and he just boom. He should just be dead. Summer should just be dead. Well, I mean, he can bring himself up, which is why he's allowed to get busted like that, because he can always reform himself. But have we found out ways with Conqueror's Haki to have that not happen? Speaking of which, did he use... I mean, no. That's the thing, is that Luffy likes that good old impact on people. So he doesn't actually use, like, advanced conquerors or advanced armament on these guys. Because advanced armament was all about, like, oh, this guy is, like, super tough and durable. So that's why I need that to, like, get in there. But I guess that's not what they need with the God's Knights. Getting in there isn't much, because they can just reform. And it was Kaido was like, oh, he's got tough skin. You got to get past the skin. Yeah, I haven't watched. I mean, I watched last season. I watched season 1 of Freerun, and I did enjoy it. I didn't think it was crazy good or nothing, like some people were saying. What I watched last year, I watched Dane Dan last year. Dane Dan's real good. Dane Dan's real good. That's really the only modern thing I've been keeping up with. The other thing, like JJK, I've read all of JJK. I'm probably just gonna binge watch all of season 3 of JJK once more of that's out, and then just binge watch that all, because that's all really good stuff. Is that Chopper? Is that Chopper? And that's Scopper. Chopper and Scopper. Is that why you did this, Oda? That's Loki, all right. This is the first time I've seen him like this, too. Who said that? Who's he talking to? Who are you talking to? What's Harald doing? Man. Harald fans. Gotta be sad. Like, this is all happening, and, like, we didn't get a... We have not gotten a single attack from Harald in this entire arc. The last time we saw Harald attack was in Dressrosa a decade ago. He hadn't done anything yet. All he did was, like, he ran towards Dorian Bragi, and then he was like, I'm gonna not actually, and let Zoro hit all these guys instead, because it was a part of Zoro's plan. And that's what Harald did. Even Roto and Gerb, whatever her name is, Gerfaffles, even they got a big old hit in on the fake Nika. Harald still done nothing. A little disappointing. Is he a real character? Is Harald a real character that people enjoy? I don't know. I don't want to blast on Harald. I think he's a good character. Oda just doesn't do anything with. He has a lot of potential to have things happen in the story, and it was just like, nah, I'm gonna give it to this other person. I don't know. I mean, he's a classic character from Dressrosa that should be, like, built up more, I guess. I don't know. The mythological dragon fruit. Is this in the past? I think it is. Because there's Shanks, it looks like. It is said that whoever eats it can transform into the world's most colossal dragon. The size of the creature is relative to the initial size of whoever ate the fruit, of course. Ah! So if Luffy ate that dragon fruit, he'd be little. I mean, like, we're getting into... Loki's a better character because Oda's done more with him. If Harald was... I don't know, if the character was done things to, I don't know, maybe. But we just don't know. What was I saying? I'm just thinking about, like, how Momonosuke, Child Momonosuke, the dragon Child Momonosuke was the same size as Child Momonosuke. But then when he became an adult, so, like, 4 feet taller, he then became a giant dragon. Now, I don't know how this one works. I'm, like, doing this a lot today. I don't know what's up with that. But it's just interesting, like, how the size of Momonosuke's dragon form grew exponentially as he was aged up. And then, like, all of this, I don't know. It doesn't add up when you think about Momonosuke, but that's a different fruit. Think of it this way. A giant would grow larger than a human undergoing the same transformation. And an ancient giant's growth is naturally even greater than that. What? A giant would grow larger than a human undergoing the same transformation. And an ancient... That combination is what brings out the devil fruit's true potential. Which is why he was like, Hyruden's got to do it. Man, imagine if Oars... Is Loki as big as Oars, just like Prime? Prime. Is base Loki as big as Oars? No. No? What about the numbers? Because remember the numbers being like, oh wow, these guys are like Oars. But we're better now, so I can one-shot this guy. Were they as big as Oars? I don't remember, man. They say this dragon breathes lightning. Ah! And when it flies, its jet black body can turn day into night. So, little guy becomes that. So that's the difference between a giant and an ancient giant. Is that supposed to be Aura's size? I remember Kaido being like, I'm an Oni. We're Onis. Me and you, Yamato, we're Oni. Like, he's got ancient giant in him. They're saying that, I mean, that's what the horns mean. Horns equal ancient giant or some sort. He is a hybrid of an ancient giant and I guess a human. And he's just calling himself an Oni. And there's not an Oni race, but that's just a hybrid or something. Because we remember we learned at the very... earlier in this arc, we were like, oh, there's Don Dadas and all that, because we know there's hybrid people because of Colin, and he mentioned a bunch of weird hybrid things, so. Momo is very big. Momo is not big compared to actual Kaido. He's twice the size. Ah, right. No, you're right, Odin. Odin is... But I feel like Child Momo was still the size of a child. I guess he was kind of big. Because Kinemon's also very big. People forget, like, that shot that Kinemon is twice the size of Usopp. Loki is the same as... That is crazy to think. Maybe because Loki's, like, got normal proportions. And Oars is, like, big old fat guy. So he just... always seemed bigger. But when you think about, like, the whole, like, Nightmare Luffy stopping him, like, he wasn't that much bigger. I'm yapping, though. So the fruit was forbidden and hidden due to its immense power? Not quite. It's just been protected by the Hammer Guardian, Ragnir. In Elbaph, there's a legend about a god of war, Ragnarok, for the PlayStation 5, who fought with Ragnir. Okay, I gotta listen because I see Anika. In Elbaf, there's a legend about a god of war who fought with Ragnir. It is said that he took the form of a giant dragon, and he locked horns with the sun god. He was accompanied by a loyal partner, the ice squirrel, Ratataskor. Hey, there we go. There's the Ratataskor right there, who fought with Ragnir. So Ragnir, Ratataskor, the squirrel, and the hammer are different. How do they combine, though? To make a long story short, after his master died, they say the loyal Ratataskor came to possess the weapon Ragnir and awaits his master's return. Or so the legend goes. And then Loki hit Ragnir with a worse hammer. And that was apparently enough. Maybe. I've never actually played the God of War games. I've seen like a Let's Play of the PS4 version. But that's about it. Maybe in the future, because I've been doing a lot of PS2 emulation stuff. I might try those out, the older versions. I don't know. I might get to the new ones eventually, but if I do, probably won't stream it. Don't know. Or so the legend goes. But it seems Ragnir is no longer acting as a guard for the fruit's power. It's finally made its choice. Oh, that was Kachi he was talking to the whole time? Okay. I guess out of all the people that I was like, who is sitting next to Chopper and Scopper right now, just chilling and chatting, the last person I thought in my head was Kashi. Okay, sure. Okay. Chopper, you want to do something? You want to attack? You want to go? Did he go into his? I think he went into his regular hybrid form. His man form. It chose Loki. Ooh. Look at this big guy. And look at that. Oh, I love this little Luffy. I love this little Luffy in the corner. Up there. I love this little drawing of Luffy. Oh my gosh, Ragnir. Why? Why? This whole thing talking about Ragnir and like this should be like a big like, oh, Loki and Ragnir together. And then you draw Ragnir like that. Okay, buddy. And he's got 4. He's got 2 wings and 2 legs and 2 arms. So they're all running away. I love that little Luffy. That's like that feels like a larger Luffy that he drew that he like literally like shrunk down because like it's so detailed for how small it is compared to a oh my gosh, that's so silly, that Ragnir. He's charging up. He's doing a big old lightning breath. Lightning breath. What you know, we're talking about like remember when we were really impressed by Big Mom and her Zeus attacks? And that Nami could do that. And now we got bigger things. Zoom, and he's just obliterating them through time. And we got Emu over here looking at the destruction. And then I guess he's just hyped up. Luffy's just like hyped up. He's just shadowboxing. He's just like, yeah. So that is it. The Nidhogg. It was here. It was here all along. Emu, what you talking about? Also, is this all Conqueror's Haki? Who knows? Black lightning, but it's an energy beam. Do energy beams have hockey? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. Do I think that Frankie's beam cannon is as powerful as this Thrudheim? Yes. That is where there we go. There's your agenda piece for the day from me. Is that Frankie could do that. Frankie could do that. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Frankie could do that. Just saying. Maybe. I mean, maybe that's information, but also this just sounds like a... Came to possess... I mean, the word possess means, like, just to have, for one. Like I can come to possess a thing in real life, and not mean, like, ooh, I'm inside it and morphed into it. So, I feel like the word possess could have two wildly different interpretations on that if you're harking on that. Because I feel like that's what he meant. But maybe that's what they mean by that. And also they're like, oh, the legends say that he did this. So I wouldn't say like we figured out scientifically how zone weapons work. Because this is very much like, ooh, this is a story about an ancient thing. And like they say in this myth that's how that would happen. If that's how it is, then that's probably not like a this is how this works type thing that I would say is, you know, truth. Personally. But who knows? Does Emu want to ride that dragon? I don't know. I don't know. How long have I been going? An hour. Goodness. Less than an hour, though. I don't know what you meant by, like, there was so much... I mean, like, I guess, like, these 2 or 3 chapters were... Oh, never mind. There's a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot of, spreads. There's 1, 2, 3. 3 in a row. Wait, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row. Wow. And then another 2 at the very end. He's going crazy with the double spreads. A lot of double spreads today. Makes things look shorter than they were. Good chapter. I still think that I enjoyed last chapter more because of the emotions. Like, that was getting to me. You can see last week that was all getting to me a little bit, but did the hammer turn into a fruit and the squirrel ate it? I don't know. I think this is similar to like the fox guy in Wano, where it's just like, this is kind of just like a goofy, this is just kind of like a mythological legend thing that, you know, if you think too much about it, you know, it might be a little weird. Maybe we'll get an actual explanation, or maybe this will just be like a SBS moment of just like, hey, can you further explain how Ragnar works? And then maybe he'll just say it in SBS if people are too confused, but I don't know. But Emu, not happy seeing the Nidhogg. Emu looking at Luffy also. First time technically in the story, as far as we know, unless we know some secret times. As far as we know, this is the first time that Emu has like visually looked at Luffy, which that's just kind of a big deal. Like the main villain is looking at the main character for the first time in the story. The main villain and the main character are finally in the same area after 1,175 chapters. 75 chapters since the Kuma flashback. Goodness gracious. But he's doing big attacks. He was doing exactly what we thought he would be doing. Loki did a lot of things today. He didn't surprise me, though. I'll say that. The only big surprising thing, not surprising, but the Booming Dawn Thor rifle. It's not a great name. You shouldn't have 4 words in your name. Gum Gum, Gum Gum, Booming Dawn Thor rifle. It's like 7 words. King Katana Drill Breaker. I like that Luffy attacked a God's Knight, and hopefully with that, Summers is just done. So we were just getting this whole time like, oh, how do we defeat the God's Knights? Is it Conqueror's Hockey? Is it all that? You know what Luffy and Loki did? They hit him with a big fist. It always comes back to the big fist, Oda. Why did you say that about Kaido? About like, oh, we gotta be more creative than just a big fist. And then with Kaido, you hit him with a big fist. And then with Summers, it's been like, oh, how do we defeat the God's Knights? Oh, we gotta think of something creative with Conqueror's Hockey or something new. And guess how he was defeated? With a big, giant fist again! Thank you, Oda! This is great storytelling. This is great. 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 Genius. 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 Fight choreographer, Oda. Absolutely genius. Really had us there. Really had us there, you know? Am I kidding? I don't know. That's what you'll get at. That's what you'll get out of me in terms of that type of stuff. I'm sure a lot of people will just be like, wow, Usopp, you did nothing. Shut up, Usopp. Shut up, Chopper. Did Chopper actually speak, though? Or did he just... I mean, Chopper, he made a funny face. Yeah, he made a funny face. I think that's all Chopper actually did today. Yep. Nope, he said, is that Korewa? There we go. There you go, Pikachu, voice actor. You got your Korewa? You got that for this episode. There we go. That's the only reason he's doing all this, because Oda likes the voice actor for Chopper, and it's like, well, we gotta pay her, I guess, every once in a while. Put Chopper in this chapter. Or else we're gonna have to make like a end of. We'll have to make like a little outro thing where it's like, this is Chopper recapping the episode. Good for you. We just finished the spoilers for things. We've been yapping about a One Piece a little bit. Is it peak? This is peak. Is it peak? It's not peak, but real good, real fun, having a good old fun old time with the One Pieces. Nothing to really complain about. Only that they're characters that I want to do things, but there's just so much going on. There's just so much lore to be had. That's just like, well, we got to talk about how Loki's fruit works and about Ragnar for a bit, so we can't have characters do anything. Remember Nami? Oh, remember Sanji? Sanji was in this chapter. Don't you forget it. Don't you forget that Nico Robin was in this chapter. Look at these guys. Look at these guys over here who are absolutely going to do something. They're going to do something. They're going to do something. Maybe. Possibly. Possibly. Maybe eventually. I mean, Sanji helped his crew. That is good. Zoro. He deflected some thorns today. Is that all he did? And he was like, Luffy, I'm going to boss you around because I'm the boss here. I'm the boss here. You take care of those dream monsters. Did he do that? No. Luffy did not do that. Zoro specifically said, hey, Luffy, go. Can you guys? He said, can you guys? But Luffy did no such thing. Luffy has not done anything to a dream monster at all so far. All Luffy's done is punch Summers, which is good. We like that. We like that. It was real good. But Luffy did not punch a dream monster. What does Zoro do in this chapter? He deflected some thorns. He did some ninja stuff. And then Luffy glazed him. I like it when they glaze each other. It's like, who did that? Zoro. He's a member of my crew. And don't you forget it. There we go. It's crazy that, like, this is the first time Luffy has, like, done anything in the actual arc. Like, he's up there and he's seeing... This is the first time he's ever seen Summers immediately takes him out, and in the end, we see Emu looking at Luffy for the first time ever. Technically. Maybe he has in a flashback, but... Oh, OP Twitter. Wow. Good thing I don't use Twitter anymore. Because I would just get spoilers. I would get One Piece spoilers back in the Wano days. So I was like, okay, I'm just never going to use Twitter again. Am I happier for it? Probably. But good for you. What's the agenda? What's the agenda saying right now? Who knows? I have no idea. What would the agenda be saying? Would they be saying, Usopp did say that's our Sanji, so I can see people being like, shut up, Usopp, and that's just the agenda for the week. I guess there's probably a Kaido agenda, because they're talking about the size of dragons and stuff. They're talking about the size of things, so I'm sure that's a thing. I mean, God's Knights sucking. That's probably an agenda. I mean, I'm on the big punch agenda. If Oda ever says in the story, man, we don't know how to defeat this guy. Guess what? Luffy's gonna defeat him with a giant punch. That is going to happen. That's gonna happen. It's gonna happen to Emu. Emu's gonna die from a giant punch. People are gonna say all over the place, oh, how do we defeat Emu? Guess what? Luffy's gonna make a giant fist and he's gonna punch him. And he's gonna be gone. Loki, that's not a fist, it's a claw. So he did that next, which is nice. He said, "Guy." Who knows what happened after that? For some reason, we got Oimo talking. Oimo, why are you talking? Oimo, why are you here? Why we got? You know, I'm sure there's a lot of people saying how much Chopper sucks, but you know, you gotta pay Pikachu. You gotta pay Pikachu. That's the agenda right now. Is that Toei is like, well, we gotta pay Pikachu every once in a while. So Oda, put Chopper in the chapter, even if he only says one line. That has nothing to do. Solo and that's what people are saying this week. The agenda this week. Where did people get that out of this week? I understand that like 2 weeks ago, like 3 weeks ago, people will be talking about that. That sounds like an old agenda. Loki Solo everyone. I mean, yeah. That's why I can't just do like a top 30. Because I would feel bad because I don't know if Katakuri's even in the top 30 anymore. And he should be in the top 10. He should be. But he's not anymore. He simply can't. We don't know his bounty, though. I don't think. No, we don't. I don't know if he does have one. We know he went around and did stuff, but I don't think have we gotten any? Have we gotten a single... How many bounties have we gotten in Elbaf? We got Dorian Broggy's new bounties at the very, very beginning of Elbaf. And then during the God Valley flashback... we never learned Harald's bounty if he ever had one. Rocks? I don't think we ever got an official Rocks bounty. Or any of the Rocks pirates. I don't think any of them ever got official bounties. Like, big numbers. Big number. I mean, the world government hasn't been very involved in this story. I mean, they were in the flashback, but... Even throughout all of God Valley and stuff, I don't think there were any bounties revealed. So I think Dorian Broggy are the only bounty reveals in these entire arc so far. Ooh, okay, cutting the thorns versus deflecting the thorns. See, that's it. Okay, that's where we're at. That sounds like the agenda that sounds like what it would be around. Yeah. We're still waiting. We're waiting for the... I mean, not even Sanji's doing nothing. Except saving Robin, so... Loki has too many aura every time. Yeah, that is true. It is just like Loki has too much aura. Like, is this how people felt in Dressrosa with Law? Because I have not Oh, man, that's crazy. I have not done a chapter reaction with Law in it ever, I don't think. No. Because the last time we saw him was in, you know, in his fight. I'm trying to think if he was, like, in the Kuma flashback at all, when they were, like, bouncing up and down to people. If he was ever mentioned at all. I don't think he was. But yeah, is Loki just the new Law right now? To where it's just like, we have to glaze him so much that we have to just not look at the Straw Hats. I'll see nice growth. I don't care about growth. I care about saying the things I want to say. Oh, because of the inflation? Maybe. Because of the inflation. Probably, but he has a new bounty, though, so... Yeah. So I guess he went down a lot, technically, then. His bounty went down a bunch. He was never Loki level. I'm not saying in terms of strength. I am saying in terms of, okay, how many chapters... Because, okay, this is because I'm not an agenda piece person. I am a, hey, look at the story type person. When I say he's Law and Loki are on the same level, I'm saying in terms of, hey, of this person's importance to this arc, and the characters in this arc, and this setting. Now, Law is very important to Doflamingo and Dressrosa and all of that. And because of that, people said that they took time away from people like Sanji and Usopp and Zoro and other Straw Hats. Which is what people said. I wasn't reading it back then. I've binge read Dressrosa in like a couple of weeks. So I didn't get that experience, but I can... But... I feel like you could feel the same way. I feel that way with Loki about Haruden right now. Because I feel like we legit have not gotten enough Haruden. Like, people can say, like, Haruden trash and all that. How dare you even put him in the same pedestal and crap, but... I don't know. If he's the captain of the new giant pirates... The new giant pirates... And he hasn't done anything. He hasn't taken a single swing yet in the whole arc. He was barely even a part. We didn't get a single conversation between Haruden and Harald, his father. Not a single conversation. As an adult. Like, we got a couple of, like, snippets here and there with baby Haruden as a child. Of him, like, being like, Daddy, you saved us from the cold. But, like, an actual, like, mature conversation between Harald and Haruden never happened. Never happened. Crazy. I think he just forgot. And then when I was like, okay, well, he's gonna fight Dorian Bragi because, you know, the old giant pirates versus the new giant pirates, and that's gonna be the big cool dichotomy. Nah, Zoro's got that. Zoro took like half of them out. Dorian Bragi, I don't even know what they're doing right now. Surely we will get Haruden at least fighting Dorian Bragi. Maybe killing them, maybe releasing them. I don't know. I doubt that Luffy's gonna punch Dorian Bragi, but I don't know. He's doing good at the ore farm for sure. Child Law was something else. I'm not huge on Dressrosa, but I haven't gone back to it. If you take it lightly as a mature person, I don't respond to people, especially on Twitter. Not doing any of that. I watch some of like Jay's streams. That's about it. I don't even watch One Piece YouTubers anymore at all. I watch like some of Jay's streams, and that's it. I just do my own thing. Sometimes I make my own videos when I feel like it. Hey, I made a stupid ass agenda piece video talking about how Olvia is trash. So I get it. I get it. I can be toxic. So. But also, Twitter, not fun at all. I'm glad to never open Twitter again. Nope. I'm done with all social media, really, right now. If only I didn't need Facebook to buy cheap things on the marketplace, I would have it off of my phone permanently. Shorts and all of that have ruined social media forever. 1,000 times funnier? Maybe. I guess with like the memes and stuff, I guess so. But like I don't watch any One Piece YouTubers anymore. Like I don't care about theories anymore at this point. I've never been into theories, so any of that. I don't really need recaps. I don't know. I don't really get with any of that anymore. I just kind of do my own thing on these little streams where I get to yell at One Piece and have fun. And that is how I enjoy One Piece nowadays. Is via that. I legit did not even I did not even look at the cover story today. I did not even read this out or even like be like, "Oh, fucking Sabo." Sabo getting swarmed by koala Joey's. Okay, buddy. Ramen Maru. Oh, wow. You have ramen in your name. Wow. You love buying and selling things. How old are you? Goodness. Hope you're not going to people's houses. I know. I gotta do some. Get some furniture. I'm trying to sell this dresser in my house. Get it out of my house. I do like koala. I do like Koala's character design. Scratch that. Do I like the character of Koala? Eh. Do I like looking at Koala? Yes. Sabo's okay. I can't even be bothered to like think about Sabo until he's back in the story. Man, someday the revolutionaries, they're gonna do something in the story. Someday they're gonna actually make their moves in the story. Maybe foreshadowing a Sabo Death 4. Mista! Good old Mista. Man, I wish Mista was in One Piece. I wish him and Sex Bullets were helping everybody. They'd probably be doing more than Usopp right now. Ah, man, part 5 is so peak. I love part 5. Koala's looking all right. I like the big hats. I'm a fan of big hats on a lady, which is why I like Miss the girl from Whiskey Peak. I like her. I like her a lot because she got the big hat. I'm like, yes, I like that. I will watch One Piece live action season 2 if there is woman with big hat. Improve my experience? I don't know about that. I think my favorite experience of experiencing One Piece was me binge reading One Piece on my own without any of that. Because honestly, I don't know. I don't like a lot of like the toxic negative. People just like finding something to complain about. That's how it was. Because like I kind of got into One Piece from this guy called like Best Guy Ever. And I tried watching his like I actually started by like listening to like his podcast like back in Whole Cake and stuff. But then like after a while and when he like started doing it more, like it was just like, okay, he is just like criticizing literally every single little thing. And it was just like, okay, this is just annoying and this is making me enjoy One Piece less, so I'm just gonna cut it out with that. Not that I'm an Oda's angel or nothing, you know, I'm not glazing Oda every second, but I'm enjoying myself and the experience of it all. Gunko. I remember when we first saw Gunko, I was like, "That's Emu." You can go back to when Shamrock and Emu first like teleported in the castle, and I was like, that's Emu. And I was technically wrong, but I was technically right too. So, you know, pat on the back for me. I was like, what if Emu is literally in this arc, like as a combatant? And everyone was like, no, it's too early for that. And then that happened. So that's my dub. That's my dub. To your own. If you enjoy that type of stuff, then that's up to you. It just depends on how, you know, that's something that I've learned reading One Piece for a while, is that you have to be okay with the fact that people enjoy One Piece for different reasons than you. People can love One Piece a lot the same way that you love One Piece, but just for completely different reasons, and you have to be okay with that, you know. You know, the reasons I like One Piece is because, you know, looking at like Arlong Park, you know, seeing Nami go through all that with Belmer, and then going down, stabbing herself, and then, you know, saying like, oh, I will never cry again, and I will never ask for help again. It's just like, oh, dang, I guess she hasn't been doing that. And then she cries and asks for help, and it's like, Luffy, help me. And he's like, okay, I will. And then they do it, and then it's epic. And I'm like, that's what I like about One Piece. And some people, they're like, no, I like the lore and the theories, or like, oh, I like the agenda, or I like the fighting in it. I like the power scaling in it. I like all the flashbacks and learning about the world and stuff, or the scale, the world building. You know, some people just like One Piece in very, very different ways, and that's okay. You just gotta be okay with that. People interpret and enjoy different things out of it. People are like, this is the art style is the best, and I'm like, I like the art style a lot. I won't speak on that though. I'm not gonna talk about Berserk. I'm gonna cut it out on yapping about Berserk during these streams. I was kind of right. At first, I was like, this is... at first, I thought that Shamrock was literally Garling, and that was literally Emu, and that they had... And that, like, once Garling had, like, become a Gorosei, he was gonna, like, de-age and look like Shanks. That's what I thought at very first. And I was like, oh, well, Emu... That's just Emu's, like, real form or something. Because we still don't know Emu's real form. We don't know if Emu is just a weird silhouette person. Or if Emu is wearing something. Wearing, like, a hood and robe. And if there's, like, an actual structured face in there. Or if Emu is just an actual blob. We still don't technically know that, so. But we know they're different people. Princess Shuri. Shirley. She got blue hair. Don't forget that, though. Sanji fed that hungry dude? That was good stuff. Brate is real good stuff, man. Pearl Man? That's a boss fight. Bro. Brate is real good. Brate's real good. Don Creed, he's real cool. Remember that fight? I think the Don Creed fight is still better than any fight that we've gotten in Elbaf, technically. I like how things were choreographed back in the day a lot, comparatively to now, because everything is a little bit bigger and more bombastic, and it's all about, you know, Luffy doing giant punch. He do big feast on people, and that's how he defeat people. When we stop kidnapping. I don't know if he kidnapped her. He was part of that. But obviously, this Nidhogg thing is important. And I gotta figure out where it, like, actually goes in my brain of, like, importance of all this. Of, like, what we know about the mural and the, you know, all that. Things are wrapping up, though. Like, this is going by fast. I'm glad, you know, hopefully we're done. I don't know if we're done with Summers. I can see Summers, like, getting back up from this or something. We technically have not gotten a confirmation of, like, oh, Luffy's big punch. Luffy's big punch did it. That's how he defeated him, is with big punch. I mean, we got a little bit of, like, Sanji glazing of, like, oh, he destroyed the things with the hot temperatures. So that means that Sanji and Summers will fight. Because people were like, oh, yeah, Sanji and Summers are going to fight eventually. We have not seen killing him himself fight. We've just seen him do his crazy stuff. You know. And now that Summers is out, I'm more inclined to actually think that reinforcements could come. That Shamrock couldn't come back. Because I've never been on the train of, oh, Shamrock's coming back to help fight later in Elbaf. Like, I was under the impression that he's just going to be for a later arc. But who knows? He might come back. If Emu themselves had to come to Elbaf, then it can't be like, oh well, Shamrock's real busy in the capital right now because Mary Joie is burning. Yeah, I remember when there was, like, back and forth in fights. Remember when fights had back and forths? Well, last time we got a fight that had a back and forth. Where someone hit someone and then that person hit the person back. And then it felt like, oh, they were equally hit at that point in time. That hasn't happened here. It hasn't. Technically. Maybe, I guess, a little bit in God Valley between Rocks and Garp and Roger. Not really, though. I don't know. It's been a while. We didn't really get that Nega. We really didn't. Maybe with Kizaru, but I don't know even. Remember Kizaru? What's Kizaru up to? What's he been up to? He's just chilling. He's like, I give up. Oh, yeah, right. You know what? That is true. And there is Emu. Emu's there. I guess that's technically, yes. I haven't actually addressed that. Is that Emu's just there. Like, possessing Gunko. But not... But it looks like that he's just standing there in the flower room by himself. Piloting Gunko from the flower room. But you are correct. There's some ominousness, but things seem to be fine. Holy Land's looking fine right now. Maybe things ain't that bad. Maybe the fire thing was a metaphorical. Maybe it was a bit of an exaggeration of sorts. But, yeah, I haven't eaten in 24 hours. Yeah, no, I have not eaten in 24 hours. Wow. Ain't that something? I've had water and coffee in my systems, but that's about it. Should probably fix that. Maybe I should take 2 Adderalls more often. Is it worth the cost? I don't know. We'll see. I don't need more, though. I ran out, so. Man, these streams are fun. These streams are fun. It's a shame I'm going to be doing a lot less of them this year compared to other years. One Piece streams will be the same, but when it comes to streaming video games on Twitch and other things like that, going to be a little lower on that this year. Maybe 0, but we'll see on that. I might have other plans. I really want to stream Death Stranding 2 because I really enjoyed streaming the first one, and the second one is finally on PC, but I think I probably won't. I might just do that on my own. That's tough. I'll decide that when I do that. Is there a color spread in X Sector? Well, that's nice. I like saving the colors. I like saving those. I got a big old folder full of my favorites, which I might eventually. I've thought about framing some color spreads and like putting them, printing some out and framing them in this room. Not my other room. I'm doing a lot of work in my other room, making it look nice. Making it look nice and fancy in my living room. A nice leather couch that I got on Facebook Marketplace. Okay. Enough yapping on my end. Well, thank you, Deadman, for stopping by. And happy... I hope you're happy. I'm glad you're happy with Agenda Peace on Twitter. I probably won't be joining. But I'm glad you stopped by and maybe saw some different perspectives outside of Agenda Peace on my stream. Hopefully you got a single opinion that wasn't the opinion of someone else, of a different streamer today. What am I looking for? I love how all of these icons are red, and my colorblind butt just literally can't see them. That's always nice. The giant Nami one? I'll tell you what, if I frame something, it'll be the giant Frankie one. The giant robot Frankie one is still maybe my favorite color spread. I love that one so much. That's the one that made me think, like, hey, maybe I should frame some stuff, because that one. Giant Nami one, we can be a little more subtle. We can be a little more subtle. I'll say that. I mean, there's a good looking Nami on the giant Frankie one. That's fine. I mean, I got as soon as I can. Usually, if it came out in the morning, I would have done it in the morning. And if I had done it, I don't know if at noon. I actually was really busy with work today, but... So, I'm actually really glad that it came out after I was done with a bunch of stuff. Why does it say 61 views? That's so weird. I guess I had 5 people watching at some point in time where they were just like, nah, I'm going to leave. It is just me in front of a camera, though. No other pizzazz. No crazy overlays anymore. Not that I had a crazy one, but my crazy overlay is the screen and a little chat box, because I am downsizing a lot of that. Assuredly. We'll see if that sticks, though. All right. No break next week, so we'll see when that comes out, and we'll see if I'm in a good mood again when we do that. So, as always, had a fun time, y'all. Have a good one. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.